Hi, a lot of people have asked me, based on my last video, what if the plan, the 90-day plan or a 100-day plan for the CEO fail? And I just want to let you know one thing that might be of a comfort to you, that most of the CEOs kind of fail in the first 90 days in terms of what their targets are. And this is based on a lot of surveys that have taken place in the last 2 decades. So the first thing is, it's not abnormal if you're not able to achieve all the KPIs or all the targets that you have set for yourself, but you have to understand that you can't panic. So first thing is, don't panic, okay? But realize that this is a major problem. You really need to execute the vision that you have set for yourself. Why CEOs fail? The first important thing is that you have to realign your priorities. You have to understand the business in a lot more detail. Now, whether you're coming from inside the company or outside the company, it doesn't matter, because even if you're coming from inside the company, you might be heading a specific unit, and if you are, and you might not know the operation of the entire organization. And if you're coming from outside, obviously there's a bit of a larger learning curve. But both CEOs have their own set of problems, and we have been talking about that in our previous videos. So the thing that I need to bring to your attention in this is that you really need to reassess your priority, understand what is happening in operations, understand what's happening in the front line, understand the issues from the marketing and finance point of view, from the brand perspective, from the customer perspective. And there are so many diverse stakeholders, and there are so many different indicators that you have to look at, but prioritize, right? A lot of CEOs try to make an impact on all fronts. And I think this is where they go wrong. When I have one-on-one coaching sessions with you, these are the things that we explore in a much bigger detail. So prioritization becomes very important. And the last 90 days will be a good indicator for you. They will tell you where you have kind of succeeded and where you have kind of utterly failed. So prioritization is important. Understanding of the business needs and its impacts on the revenue, profitability, operation is very important. So do that. Your diagnosis has to be accurate. The reason you are not able to achieve your set goals in the first 90 days is that maybe you have not diagnosed the priorities correctly. So it is very important that you start looking at this from a different perspective and then prioritize these things. The other thing is that team assessment is very important. It's your people that will make you successful, or you will be failing because you do not have selected the right team. A lot of CEOs do not take the right measures in the first 90 days in terms of selecting the right team. And I think being a leader actually means selecting teams. I mean, this is what I believe in. And if you're not selecting the right team, or if the team has put you on their tangent, there are a lot of people within the organization that have been sitting there for years, and they are very good at selling their vision to the CEO and then making them believe that vision, instead the other way around. So if you have those people that are old hunters and who have been sitting in the organization, and they're telling you, oh, we could do all this if we have this, we could do all this if these things can happen, the previous CEO did not understand because he did not do all these things, get rid of them. It's very important. You make stringent decisions from the very beginning. And you have to be very realistic in terms of which areas you really need to explore in the first 90 days and which areas you can't explore. Implementing your vision into operation is very important. Have you set the right mechanism, the methodology, or an engine that has this ability to take your vision and then move it to the operational level so that you start seeing results? And I think for that, program management and project management is very important arena. You should have very aggressive people running your program management that have this ability to take information from all various aspects of the business with regards to your vision, and then seeing how those specific areas are transforming your vision into real KPIs which you have set for yourself. Another important aspect is the fear factor. You know, when I meet with the CEOs, when I coach them, this is an area where you really need help. A lot of CEOs procrastinate, and the reason they procrastinate is because they do not know whether they should take a specific actions or not. And what will be the consequences of those actions, because there will be a lot of people that will make you fearful within your organization, and hence you don't take prompt actions. I help CEOs to overcome that, and it's very natural to be fearful because you want to make sure that you are making calculated decisions on a daily basis and seeing them through. It is very important that you are agile. You are agile in a sense that when you look at the numbers from your program office or on a daily basis, you have this ability to be responsive to the kind of decisions that are required based on the kind of performance that you are seeing. So be agile, be responsive, make effective decisions, have all the confidence, because your teams will be looking at you. They need your confidence, especially for the CEOs that are that come on board during the transformative times when the transformation is taking place. So just want to let you know that CEOs do fail quite often in the first 90 days, and if that is happening to you, don't worry about it. And this also applies to HODs, head of departments. So if you are a head of department, all these things, if you look into it, and if you need any further help, we can always have coaching sessions and discuss everything in a lot more detail. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please do subscribe and do let me know what you think of my ideas so we can grow together. Take care.